Leptoconnect is another weight decrease recipe that is highly popular for its regular and safe weight reduction. The working of this recipe spins around leptin receptors in the body that, according to the exploration, were discovered to be connected with unnecessary fat gathering. This new recipe is a mix of some hand-picked homegrown fixings that have the capacity to initiate leptin receptors and trigger the body to consume fat normally, even from the parts where fat aggregation is difficult to lose, like face, jawline, stomach and thighs. The nutrients extricated from the picked fixings may likewise add to the general soundness of the body by upgrading energy, improving intellectual capacity just as boosting sexual drive. This Leptoconnect review reveals insight upon the working of the equation, benefits, fixings, professionals, cons, estimating and more in a definite investigation to assist you with choosing if this is the thing that you need. Leptoconnect reviews, item outline. Leptoconnect, as referenced previously, is a dietary enhancement that assists an individual with accomplishing his fantasy weight. It utilizes most perfect fixings inside its recipe, which are all separated from premium quality sources. The way that there are no fake fixings inside its definition makes it alright for everybody. It arrives in a simple-to-utilize container structure. Actually, like any multivitamin, it is to be taken with water consistently. In any case, what improves it than other comparable items? Clearly, Leptoconnect isn't the lone dietary item, and there are handfuls more. Every single one of these has explicit upsides and downsides, for which it is important to assess each item prior to getting it. Is Leptoconnect a veritable item? Leptoconnect is a weight reduction supporting item that advances a characteristic fat-consuming cycle. Yet, in contrast to different enhancements, it doesn't vow to show brings about 2 days. Not just accidents get healthy plans destined to be phony, yet additionally a danger to well-being. The best weight reduction item is the one that doesn't frustrate different cycles of the body and constrains the body to consume fat all alone. Leptoconnect is such an item that is planned on this equivalent rule. Rather than super boosting the digestion and encouraging the clients to starve themselves to get in shape, it follows a solid methodology. It urges the body to lose additional load all alone and ensure that there is no impediment. Numerous other well-known weight reduction items are made of unsafe fixings that give transitory outcomes yet end up with harm to instinctive organs. Interestingly, Leptoconnect utilizes a totally natural recipe and carries no results to any client. This data on Leptoconnect makes it appear as though an authentic item with no well-being chances related with it. Working of Leptoconnect clarified. In contrast to other fat terminators, Leptoconnect chips away at leptin obstruction, one of the serious issues in an individual's powerlessness to get more fit. Leptin is a chemical that is normally found in the body. Its regular capacities are hunger reaction and choosing when to quit eating. At the point when this chemical level is ordinary, an individual eats according to his requirements. Yet, in the event that leptin levels are low, an individual may feel more eager, unsatisfied with eating, and frequently eats without feeling hungry. A point comes when an individual quits battling and begins to eat each and every other hour. Leptin obstruction is a serious issue that prompts heftiness and expands hunger. It eases back the body's digestion and causes him to feel dormant constantly. Utilizing Leptoconnect chips away at leptin and improves its levels. It ensures that the body doesn't come up short on this chemical, and there is no danger of leptin opposition. Once these leptin levels are readjusted, the client begins to feel lighter and great. With an improvement in digestion, the body starts to consume the additional fat, thus keeping an ideal weight. Fixings inside Leptoconnect. Leptoconnect equation contains fixings that have demonstrated medical advantages. Altogether, there are 18 fixings inside it, as the mark says. From the start, it would seem that a combination of plant-based concentrates, nutrients, minerals, and a few mushrooms. Following is the fixings separation of Leptoconnect. Mushrooms maitake, shiitake, and reishi. Homegrown concentrates gray viola leaves, Pigum africanum, red raspberries, green tea separate, cat's paw, saw palmetto. Nutrients: vitamin B6, vitamin E. Minerals: zinc, copper. Here is a short portrayal of every last one of these fixings. My take: it is called ruler of mushrooms for its medical advantages. It is a standard piece of different eating regimens, and it contains division in it, which improves digestion and prompts a characteristic weight reduction. It likewise improves the invulnerable reaction of the body if there should be an occurrence of a pathogenic assault. Shiitake: this is another mushroom that is nearby to Eastern Asia. They taste extraordinary and have various health advantages to bring to the table. These mushrooms reinforce the cerebrum designing capacity, improve flagging, keep up solid cholesterol levels, and consume fat. Reishi: this mushroom is likewise a local to Asia and decreases high LDL levels. It improves, generally speaking, physical and psychological well-being. Gray viola leaves, also renowned as Brazilian pall, this fixing is an unmistakable piece of customary medications. It has a high cell reinforcement tally, which battles against free extreme harm and mends this harm. It additionally manages glucose, pulse, and invulnerability. Pygium africanum: it improves cell flagging and correspondence and invigorates the leptin receptors. It additionally chips away at craving and smothers it alongside giving a metabolic lift. It likewise improves the sexual well-being and charisma of the client. Green tea helps resistance, deals with cell reinforcement harm, lessens cholesterol, and causes an individual to shed pounds. Red raspberries contain a high measure of ketone in them, which chips away at the hunger and diminishes it without upsetting other body capacities. It principally chips away at obstinate fat layers, that is, around midsection, thighs, and hips that set aside more effort to shed. Saw palmetto: it is a characteristic weight reduction advertiser. It chips away at inside irritation, which is regularly an issue in weight reduction. Likewise, it directs the body's chemicals and eliminates poisons from the body. Nutrient B6 improves skin and hair surface and causes an individual to feel more vigorous. Zinc: it improves invulnerability and manages all body chemicals, including leptin. Nutrient E: it improves visual perception. It is likewise useful for hair, skin, and nails. Copper: it improves bone thickness and guarantees solid bones. Who can utilize it? The first run-through clients may feel some disarray in regards to item security and utilization. Leptoconnect chips away at every individual who needs to shed additional load without starving himself or going through hours at the exercise center. Weight reduction is a characteristic interaction, and including it falsely is never a smart thought. A particularly homegrown item like Leptoconnect makes a point to urge the body to shed pounds all alone, without utilizing synthetics. There is just one concern with respect to Leptoconnect: that it is just appropriate for grown-up clients. This item isn't intended to help fat kids, so it ought not be utilized on them. How to take Leptoconnect? Like other dietary enhancements, all that it requires is the routinieness of utilization. In a perfect world, it must be taken with water or squeeze. Each jug of Leptoconnect has 60 containers inside, which is set apart as 1 month's measurements. The total measurements rules can be perused on the mark, alongside fixings data. It is important to adhere to the standard dose rules. Utilizing it more than the suggested dose may bring unfortunate impacts. Attempt to join it into a solid way of life to get quicker outcomes. The individual consequences of Leptoconnect differ from one client to another. Who ought not utilize Leptoconnect? Despite the fact that Leptoconnect is okay for everybody, it accompanies a few alerts for specific individuals. Consequently, the accompanying recorded individuals ought not utilize Leptoconnect. Individuals determined to have a metabolic condition, hormonal unevenness, or any such issue increment their weight ought not utilize Leptoconnect. They first need to figure everything out, and afterward they can utilize Leptoconnect to shed additional weight. Pregnant and breastfeeding ladies ought not accept Leptoconnect as it might influence their child's well-being. Individuals who are on an everyday prescription ought not utilize Leptoconnect. Utilizing any dietary enhancement, alongside solution-based drugs, is the most noticeably terrible thought. There are high possibilities for them to cause association and prompt any unwanted impact.
Individuals who are under 18 years old ought not utilize Leptoconnect. It is just appropriate for grown-up clients. Where to purchase Leptoconnect? Leptoconnect is just accessible on the web, and you may not discover it at any drugstore or superstore. Each client needs to fill his subtleties and select his necessary number of Leptoconnect bottles. There is an alternative to get it en masse, which is reasonable for an individual who needs to utilize it for a couple of months. The advantage of buying the group packs is that they cost much, not exactly the first cost. What's more, in the event that you are fortunate, you may get some free items as well. The cost of each container is not exactly fat-consuming meds and costly fat misfortune medical procedures. The in addition to point is that a client can keep taking Leptoconnect however long he needs without dreading about the results on the grounds that there are none. Is Leptoconnect a protected venture? Each request for Leptoconnect accompanies a 60-day unconditional promise. It implies if a client doesn't discover this enhancement helpful, he can request a discount inside 60 days of his buy. There are no inquiries posed, and he doesn't need to stand by long to get his cash. Leptoconnect results, assuming any? It is normal to stress over the security of an item, particularly while changing the body's capacity. However, this worry just rests with the synthetic-based fat terminators since they utilize counterfeit fixings that power the body to shed pounds. On account of Leptoconnect, there is no such danger since it is made of normal fixings, all of which have recuperating benefits for the body. This enhancement is arranged utilizing the most recent hardware and bundled in a spill-proof, watertight jug. It is to the least extent liable to cause a result except if an individual chooses to ingest too much it. The organization encourages to adhere to the standard measurements rules and abstain from adding, blending it in with drugs, liquor, or different enhancements. It is important to store the Leptoconnect bottles appropriately, particularly on the off chance that somebody is buying them en masse. Get them far from daylight and store them in a cool spot. Upsides and downsides of Leptoconnect supplement. Masters. Directs leptin levels. Forestalls leptin obstruction. Consumes fat normally. Improves generally speaking well-being. Have emotional well-being benefits. Improves skin and hair surface. Natural recipe. Reasonable. 60-day cashback offer. Cons. Accessible on the web. Singular outcomes fluctuate. The last word: purchase or not to purchase. Going through all subtleties of Leptoconnect shows that it is made of normal fixings without any fillers, poisons, or counterfeit fixings in it. It deals with the leptin obstruction, which regularly frustrates the weight reduction measure, and the client doesn't have any acquaintance with it. Taking Leptoconnect every day improves leptin levels, and gradually the body adjusts its capacities to the standard leptin levels. The client eats according to his craving level and stops when his mind flags his body to quit eating. The outcome is no exorbitant eating, no cravings for food, and no undesirable longings. Moreover, it improves by and large actual well-being and the emotional wellness of the client, improves his ability to work, and saves him from different infections. All orders are upheld with a 60-day unconditional promise, which guarantees all clients are making a protected speculation. It is possible that they will dispose of the additional fat, or they can get their cash back. Any individual who is searching for a reasonable, compelling, and hazard-free weight reduction supplement can think about Leptoconnect. For more information, just click the link in the description down below.